Good evening. That guy was lying to me saying I looked like I was 35. But anyway, I was thinking about when I went to college because I went through more than one, pretty much all at the same time. But I remember when I just finished a divorce and yeah, coming in from New York to the Midwest where I got married, divorced, and so but in college though, like it seemed like at that time that's when they, started. Like at first you could pretty much, like go to school free, or next to nothing with the Pell Grant, and then right in the midst, like I mean, like because then I had, every time like I started school up, I ended up like in trouble with the law or in trouble with something, but I remember I went back and there was no longer there was Arabs there and they were paying um out of town rates, so non residential rates, which was like would they charge for us for a class like um it might have been like $40. What they charged them was like 160, and for each class they were paying out of. So they were very popular with the school, very popular. But I really did horrible in school for lots of good reasons. One is I didn't get a good guidance counselor. I didn't really understand this black jealousy, being called a white girl. I thought it was an insult. So then they think that you're really crazy. When I found out, like him hearing this one girl, they call her a white girl, and she's like, "Oh, thank you." And I was like, "Oh, it's supposed to be a compliment." Yeah, I don't like to be called anything I'm not. So fuck that. To me that's the biggest insult I ever had. But like one thing I noticed, like with these Arab girls, she was wearing a scarf and she had told me like she just like she got there. She's in advanced math classes, taking advanced science classes or whatever. But she just started like a year learning. She already had learned English, um like through her like in their community. They like not so much in school, so she had some idea of English, pretty good understanding, and then um but she had some beginning, like I think she said she had some beginning education, and until she was like in the fourth or fifth grade, when she really didn't have any more, because like she already had a baby. Like almost everybody when I was up at WSU, like the first time when I was in my 20s, all the women had kids. All the white women had kids, but the Arab, she looked white. But anyway, and then so she hadn't been back until she hadn't really been back. Oh, I guess she was like like substitute, self teaching, but really hadn't been back in school. But because they paid all this money, she was able just to go in, and that was the big thing with most of the Arab. So there was a lot of cheating, and so I remember the white kids, like they were thinking, oh, cheating is the way to go, and so they were all cheating. It was all cheating. It was not really evasive about learning. And the second thing is like, and like since like I was just like, I because I just came out of just really bad sort of crazy situation. The first math teacher, algebra teacher, he really screwed me because he wanted to fuck me, and I was just like, fuck it, I just failed this class. you know um and that was like the other thing they were trying to like, it's like, oh, I kept having like teachers, like they were so aggressive, you know so I think the only class I really did good in was my anthropology, where I got like, I think I got an A, got a really good mark there. It was a female, and she was just a good teacher. It wasn't about, oh, every time she saw you, her pussy got wet or her dick got hard, and But that was like one of the basic things they were trying to like teach, like in like it's like well what I mean, like in that Bugs Bunny cartoons, like they play all the time. That propaganda. If you can't beat them, join them. When Bugs Bunny says, "Can't beat 'em, join them." Well, just because I can't beat them, don't mean I'm gonna join them. Like, oh, I can't beat ISIS, so let me join them. Is that the fucking? Well, now we know why those kids go to ISIS. But so I know firsthand our schools are fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you. I heard so much. About like the. Well, let me tell you another thing. They had in Kansas, they're very religious, especially my personal experience with a couple of guys that I knew was with the Lutheran. One, I won't even mention because people know exactly what I'm talking about. But they were Lutheran. For some reason, all of them were sexually abused, before you hit puberty. Um, and and those guys are gone now. So that was like a few people that I knew that was going WSU. But these guys wasn't like they were platonic friends. They I think one of them for there's a few. But the funniest thing is, like, I remember going into this bar room by myself, and this lady was telling me about how her brother died of AIDS, and then I went in there and I put like about $3 worth of quarters on the pool table, playing by myself. I just came up, like, because she was like, I came up to the bar to get a drink, but and like, and then when I left, I realized, oh, she thinks like I'm over there putting money on the table, so anybody that comes by there would see this table is preoccupied. You know what I'm saying? I'm way over and back in the corner playing pool, like, cause I play against my left hand, and because I want to interact with people. But until I came like here, and like I noticed when I used to hang out with Heavy, and I found out that that's what the more I've been around people and I hear what they're saying, how they're feeling. A lot of reasons why I don't really want to be bothered. Associate with a lot of people around here because of this sort of narcissistic, barbaric type of hatefulness that they have developed for the our race. But anyway, so the schools basically, the colleges basically. I mean, like, and I believed her. She didn't know shit. They just passing her, right? That was going back to the beginning of the WSU. Then all they want to do, all the professionals want to do is fuck you if you want to pass. So and it can be overwhelming. Like you just like you new environment around new people, you new culture. But I'll never forget this girl like telling me that I was supposed to be stupid because like I was in ROTC and I did really well because nobody bothered me. You get a little box, you just do the little test. You know what I'm saying? There's no outside, nobody, like looking at you like. Well, anyway, so the survival thing, right? They didn't bring these motherfuckers supposed to be so smart and supposed to be stupid. They didn't bring no food. I mean a Subway sandwich. I swear to God, this bitch. I get cause like she was looking at me like you could just even though it was dark, you could hear it. She's overweight, but she don't have any muscle. But she's the type of girl because she's like on the chunky side. She thinks she's intimidating somebody. Like somebody might think, oh well, cause like she's fat and she could beat your ass. But she's the type that you like to punch. Well, I found I like to punch because they're so soft. And you don't realize you're hurting this person, but you can really hit them because they're soft. They don't have any muscles. You hit somebody with muscles, you get a little resistance, but she didn't have. So anyway, so she gonna go tell me how they all thought I was stupid and how bad my point grade average was. She didn't. You know what I'm saying? And I almost snatched. She only took a few bites, but I think she noticed it I was getting ready to just snatch the sandwich back. I'm like, well, I'm too stupid to let you eat. That girl just took that sandwich all the way. That it was half of it. And then, like, I had some sneakers. I had went to the Nifty Nut Factory. One thing I noticed, those white people, the black people, they still. I ended up with still one candy bar that morning, but I didn't think about eating. You know, they you know what I mean. They don't think about anything like. I ended up like being trouble with I don't know, like making sure I got food, clothes, and shelter. You wouldn't think those three things would be that important, but I know a lot of difference between me and them is like they're worried about fucking and what people think about them. You know what I'm saying? But and we had to have those. Were we doing MREs or no? I think we were doing the older rations. Anyway, so what's wrong? I can't believe I get up and move. What's wrong with our schools is that we're not teaching. Um, and I think a lot of us in New York knows about what was going on, like in the schools when they brought in the police and the summertime and Hell's Kitchen, and I see that really talking to a lot of other people that seeing those kids in Kansas, that those guys, and they rest in peace. What that was with majority of them was with the Lutheran. Their parents were like Lutheran, but then like the I guess they had a male plus the boy love. But the only problem is, and the grown ups were really surprised when these kids grew up. They didn't love them, It, what I'm saying? Them forcing themselves or raping them, forcing themselves on it. It didn't cause the child to have a warm, glowing feeling for that person. But I was surprised when a friend of mine was telling me how the guy that abused him was like act like he was totally shocked that that he hated him. But anyway, what I'm saying, like it's just like that guy where he just that that was under that just went to going to prison for getting caught stealing money to try to pay off the blackmailer because he had molested children. The secretary guy that he had molested children in a wrestling thing. I'm here to tell you, like over here, I'm like I be telling people I don't want to be bothered with because I don't like kids. I'm here to tell you that that people like him, that child molesters, they'll try to make it look like somebody else, that reflected. Oh, cause he was against gay marriage. You know what I'm saying? He tried to reflect his action, try to act like he, what I'm saying, while he's busy having sex with, and there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of abuse, through the church, on children. Not just the Catholic Church that's so famous about its pedophilia, uh, but a lot of churches have, I mean, you hear all the time about it in the news, but um, and I think we're gonna no, this gotta go.